This is the Risk Grandnovice Series, where I, a Grandmaster on the free-for-all ladder, share a lower-ranked game. From this, hopefully more people will see the game of Risk, newer players can improve their play, and maybe we'll get to see something crazy. The most important thing to take from this is you don't have to be number one to have fun, so get out there and play some Risk. The more people playing, the more people having fun, the better it is for all of us. So, did that intro. I've already done that once. I actually meant to set the AI to, so inactivity behavior is neutral, and the AI difficulty is medium here. So looking at the game, it is France. It is a map I quite enjoy because it's a map that can get away from you really quickly. It's good for all types of play. It's good for capitals. It's good for 1v1s. It's good for fixed. It's good for progressive. Now, in this game, we are playing fixed. So those first trade-ins, people have big trains on 3. It's going to be very important. And we do have 2 AI. That was intentional because for 2 reasons. Number 1, you got to learn how to play against AI. It is a huge part of the game, and you see it, you see it at least 1/4 of your games. I think a lot of people would say almost all of their games, maybe somewhere in between is saying about half your games, you're going to see people leaving. So it's important to learn to play with AI, play around AI. And also the other reason is sometimes you're going to join games, you're going to join ranked games, and people are going to have AI just built into it. Instead of adding a player, they're going to add in a few bots. So you may join a game where the person has tricked you into a 1v1. You thought there were 6 people, and turns out it was you, one other person, and 4 bots. So bots are definitely an aspect of this game that is here right now, and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So learning to play with them is important. So right now, like we always do, we're going to try and... Who's the bot? I want to probably... Blue is a bot, so I'll probably roll my 1v1s versus the bot to try and impact the players themselves the least amount possible. Orange having a laugh. That's okay, Orange. Okay, so I suspect on this map I'll be taken out very quickly considering I only have 3 territories here, although I'm not sure I'm worth taking out to go out of your way to do so. So this is opened up all the way to intermediate. I'm lucky to be able to fill a lobby at this time of day with intermediates and below, but I don't intend to open up to anything higher, any experts or anything like that. So anyone in this lobby could be up to intermediate. Green with the emojis, with the cool looking little character here. It's I suppose these are called generals. It's possible that orange is an intermediate, but it's possible any of the 3 others, the 3 others besides myself here are intermediates. We know the bots though are medium. So it looks like the blue bot has taken a bonus very quickly. I think that was even turn 1, and is now going to be pressing into other territories, other bonuses, while not guarding very heavily their own. We'll see if a player decides to step in on that and say that's not going to happen. The orange player at this point could have taken out the pink bot, although choosing not to do so. And the red player looks like they're going for the center bonus, which is a great bonus to hold. If people let you hold, you'll see it is +5. It is okay. So the pink player, the pink bot, is going to be taken out by the orange player. Where are they going to go from there? Because they cannot take a bonus, and they have just removed that bot out of everyone's way, including themselves. So I'm not sure they're going to be taking a bonus very quickly here. The orange player, we'll see how friendly people are going to be and how the dice roll. So the red player going for this bonus here, you see it's a 3-point guard. There's only 3 territories, and it is a +5. It's the biggest one on the map. So, and also looking at the green player, they are going to be taking their bonus, which is a +2 Southern France. So two of the players securing their bonuses, one of the bots securing a bonus, and one of the players not looking very good at the moment, although they have gotten elimination. But here, eliminations they do matter, but they don't matter like they do in tournaments, which is what's been on my mind recently. So taking a bot out is great. It removes that chance out of your game. You know, there's some variation, and if you don't want that variation there, or the bot's in your way, and you think the variation might lead towards something negative happening to you, then taking the bot out is fine. But when you're playing here, the bot's not worth ranked points as far as, oh, and I am going to be removed from the game by the bot. So good for that bot taking me out. I'm going to spectate here. So the bot, as far as I understand, is not good for elimination points. It's not good for, let me rephrase that. It is not good for getting a higher rank. I don't think getting not 6th because you took the bot out changes anything for yourself. I think the red player here probably, if the other players do not want them to hold it, the red player is not going to hold it. So not beefing up all of them and just leaving a 1 here, I think gives someone the opportunity to break it if they want to break it. The orange player, although they did use a lot of troops taking out the pink player, they do get the pink player's card, which is going to allow them to get the first trade-in. The first trade-in, the early trade-ins in fixed are very important. What are they going to choose to do? They could choose to eliminate someone if they really wanted to. They could have taken out their red player. They wouldn't have gotten a trade-in for it. They would have been very low if their rolls went their way. Probably not a good idea, but they could have. What I might like to see here is the green player break the red player, see how the red player retaliates, and the orange player is going to take the red player out, I think is what would happen. The red player already showing that they don't think they're going to be able to hold it, or at least they're saying, if you're going to break me, don't take too many troops from me. So I would like to see how the red player reacts if I was the green player, although the green player is in a very fragile spot if the red player was to choose to use that 15 stack and possibly trade on 3 to come in. So the green player just beefing themselves up, getting ready for the future. We'll see what happens here. I think the orange player might choose to take this bonus here. I might like that decision from the orange player, giving them a +3, which is going to make the combination of the orange player and the green player at parity with the red player as far as bonus income troops. Although when you think about how each turn the orange player will get that base 3 and the green player will get that base 3, they're actually coming out ahead. So the red player is not going to be too far ahead of everybody as far as breaking the balance of the game. So the real question is, who's going to put their foot down and take out or at least cripple the blue player? So somebody needs to do it. I think right now the orange player could move down here, take this +3, or could move up here and take this +2. This +2 is very out of the way. There's not going to be a direct conflict with anybody, and maybe cards will be hard to get because the bot might start leaving stacks around you, but it's not, it is going to put you in a different situation, not necessarily a worse situation. I think the situation where you're all hearing these bonuses being friendly and you start creeping towards the bot and taking that out, I think that's a good situation to be in. The other situation where you're on the other end of the map, where the other two players might choose to take each other out, is also a very good situation to be in. So the orange player choosing what I think a lot of people should consider more of on these small maps, which is troop conservation. Yes, the orange player doesn't have a lot of troop income because the lack of the bonus, but the orange player is conserving the amount of troops they have, which I think is a very good thing to do on maps where troops can be hard to come by, like this map. And we're going to see how the red player responds. They're likely to have a trade on 4, but are they going to put those extra troops into the green player and not allow them to have a bonus? We'll see. This is very interesting. The blue player possibly getting in the way of the orange player. And I'll be honest, if the red player doesn't have a trade on 4, I might like to see the orange player take out the red player and then from there go into the green player, possibly take their cards, and then go into the 1v1 with the bot. So with no trade on 4, at least not using it, The red player is looking very juicy. We'll see if the orange player recognizes it. Does the orange player take out the red player, take out the, it looks like I saw something, I guess it was probably a good game. I didn't get to see it because the screen had come up. But it looks like the red player, they are going to be eliminated by the orange player. I think that's a great move. They're going to get the double forced trade in right here. Let's see what their cards look like. They're going to get a 10, and they're going to go straight into the orange player. They could probably remove the orange player if they, it would be very, very close. That trade, okay, so they are going to go for it, which is going to give the orange player, if they have a trade on for the game. Let's see, or the green player, if they have a trade on for. If the green player has a trade right now, it's their game. And the green player does have a trade, the orange player recognizing the victory and surrendering. So now it is up to the green player to battle the bot. Can they do it? I think the green player right now, how they won was very interesting. So the red player, I don't think did anything wrong. The red player was, if we probably have to look very early in the game and start asking ourselves, okay, why did the red player have less troops than the orange player? Maybe because the orange player was able to get that trade in for removing the pink player. That could be it. Also could be that the orange player's troop conservation wasn't very good. We'd have to look more into that and see what the situation was. But right now, the red player going into the 1v1 with the blue bot, what is your number one priority? Your number one priority is break the bonuses of the bot. In my opinion, what comes after that is you need to make sure the bot has a place to go that isn't your stacks. So right now, okay, great. The blue player has a place to go. This 10 can go somewhere else besides the bonus you're holding, which is awesome. And actually it's gonna try and re-secure its own bonuses. Since the orange player is on 2 cards, or the orange player on 3 cards when they left, the green player on 2 cards, I think it's worth the orange player to try and use their troops. How many troops did they get there? They got 9. So this 4-on-1 right here, 100% guarantee. I'm not sure 9 goes through 9 plus 4 goes through all of these, but maybe it's worth the try for the guaranteed trade, because if not, the blue player, the blue bot, is going to be sniffing those 3 cards from the orange player, and that's going to be a very scary reality. And actually, I completely forgot that this fight was here, so it is going to be able to take out the orange player. Like I said, great move. It's going to give them the force trade in. They should use that to break the blue bot, moving in to taking the advantage in troops, taking the advantage in income. And as long as the blue bot does not have a trade on 3, it's going to be a quick closeout from the green player. Wow, this game really blew up fast. And let's see what size trade that was. That was a 10 plus 2 bonus troops for holding a relevant territory. What are they going to choose to do with it? They need to choose to break. They need to break this, and they need to break this. So 6-on-2 on one of these is 100% guarantee. 6-on-2 here, also 100% guarantee. That 10 needs to go somewhere, and it might choose to go this way, maybe resecuring this bonus, but it needs to go somewhere, and you got to work it and hope that it's not into you. Possibly that 12 could have just gone into the 10, which I might have liked to have seen. The 12 plus whatever was here, hitting that 10, breaking this bonus, and then using one of these 6s to break this bonus. I might have liked to see that. Right now, if the blue player does not have a trade on 3, blue bot does not have a trade on 3, the momentum is on the side of the green player. So they're going to take the not 100% roll. That's okay. It still works out for them. But now this bonus is left undefended. What is this 10 going to do? And will the blue bot have a trade on 3? These are things the green player should be thinking about. But in the long term, as long as the green player continues to hold a bonus and the blue player does not hold a bonus, it should work out. Sorry, the blue bot. Blue player, blue bot. It's just what happens. And the big trade does come through for the blue bot. What are they going to choose to do here? It'd be interesting if they choose to break all of the bonuses. What are they going to choose to do? Looks like possibly, oh, that big stack is going to split. So not too big of a threat. The blue bot, it is only a medium. So not what it could be. It could be a much harder to play against bot, but not this time. Lucky for the green player. What are they going to choose to do with the 11 troops I think they just got? Possibly secure this bottom left bonus right here. You still have to be worried about what that 10's going to do. But it should still be the game for the green player. The green player has the momentum. Really taking their time here, and they really have no reason to speed up. The blue bot is not going to report them for stalling. And at this point, it is not stalling. That's a joke. So it's going to take that bottom left bonus here, just getting them closer and closer to being able to overwhelm the blue bot. You see, they might have a close amount of troops here, but how effectively they're using them is the difference. So, looking at this game here, it really went fast. It really got away from the orange player. Took the risk, and I respect taking that risk. If you removed all of the risk from this game, I'm not sure it'd be called the same thing, you know. So it's, you know, risk. So I respect if it worked out. The orange player takes the green player into the, or sorry, the orange player takes the blue bot into the 1v1. I think the orange player wins. The orange player showed a lot of skill. I think it's a very real possibility that the orange player is an intermediate and the green player is a maybe a beginner, maybe a novice. I don't think so, but it wouldn't surprise me if the orange player was the highest ranked person here, because they recognize the situation they're in. They recognize that they could take a risk and go into the 1v1, taking first place as far as rank points go, because the bot doesn't count for rank points. I think taking that risk is something that I may have even chosen to do, because they're in a very vulnerable situation against the green player, especially if the green player had a trade. So I will say the orange player choosing to surrender, I probably wouldn't have done that after I lost the roll. I probably would have seen if I could keep it going, especially having those 3 cards, and then possibly being able to take having a 4th card and getting a trade and being able to hold out while the bot gets bigger. I think it's a possibility. So the orange player did not need to leave there, but they did. And the moves that they made while they were there, I didn't disagree with. So good for the orange player. Where's that 18 going to go? That 18 is going to smack that 11, which is really going to put green back a little bit. But at this point, they should be able to just sweep the game with 14 troops coming in. Just place them down and push on through. It's your game, green. Take it home. Green player here saying, you smacked my 11, I'll smack your 9, and then your 4, and then your 1, and then your 2. We're just gonna win this game. Good for the green player. Go ahead and push it on through. Now the green player could choose to not do so, and it wouldn't be the wrong move. If the blue player does not, and a 7-on-4 is not 100% roll, so that's probably not a roll I would take. And it does not work, so definitely maybe didn't need to take that unless you're gonna go ahead and push for the win here. I would understand if the green player didn't, hoping that the blue player didn't have a trade on 3, which will just give them that much more an advantage coming into the next round with another bonus 14, 15 troops. They are going to be fortifying in such a way that with the 3 troops of the blue player, the blue player is not going to be able to break through the green player, except for the fact that the blue player does have a big trade on 3, but they're not fortifying in such a way that the green player really needs to worry about it. So the blue player doesn't roll at all. Very interesting. 15 troops coming in here for the green player. This is their time. Go ahead and take it home. Almost double the blue bot. The blue bot not going to be having a trade anytime soon. There's really no reason why the green player should lose this game if all plays out like a regular game plays out. Well, like at least we expect a regular game to play out, you know. Maybe the games you play aren't so regular in that people bought out, people lose internet connection, choose to leave. So many reasons why this game could not go the way we expect it to. But with the green player playing very safe, I think we'll see the green player eventually close it out here. This went from a quick 14-minute game, 15, 16-minute game to we're getting in there. We're getting in there. This bot, not a pushover, I suppose. So 19 bonus troops, 19 troops worth of income coming to the green player. Here you go, green player. Make that run. I'm just going to sit here and watch it. It's going to be great. See the pathing of the green player. Hard to mess up here. I might like to see this 10 come here first. This 10 come here. And then whatever's left of the 10 can come in and the 18 can sweep in and around. Something like that. So the 10 does come up. A great roll on that. Go ahead and roll the 6 on 8 and the 9 on 8 just to get it out of the way. You can even roll the 7 on 8. Why not? Eventually that 8's is gonna be gone. So the splits might be odd here. We're gonna see if it works out. And there's going to be just enough for that 4-on-1 100% roll. The game is going to go to the green player. Congratulations to the green player surviving by their dice here against the other players, breaking the red player when it counted, making it worth it for the orange player to hit the red player, but not have enough left over for the orange player to take out the green player, and the green player taking it into the 1v1 with the bot and pulling out the W. Let's see what ranks we got here. Oh, wow. So we have a beginner, novice, and a novice. No intermediates here at all. I think the future, and we have someone who wants to be a friend. I think the future here of the orange player is much higher than novice. I think the calmness and the cold-blooded, slow push of the green player, I think, is going to go beyond novice. And I think the red player, they're establishing a bonus early and understanding that they could be broken, so not leaving too heavy of a guard. All these players are, if they keep playing, are going to be much higher than what they are now, and that's awesome. So going into the end of the game here, going into the end game screen, this is the Risk Grandnovice Series. I hope everyone who played here had fun. I hope everyone who watched had fun and learned something, and just go out there and play some Risk.